Hello everybody, it's SuffolkBlue, all the way from merry old England. How the devil are you? I hope you are well. Welcome, I'm very excited. Welcome to my first episode of my new Let's Play series, Blood Bowl. Now, if you remember way back in May, if you've been following me all the way since May, when I started the channel, I said that I wanted to have a Blood Bowl Let's Play series in here at some point, and I never really got round to it. I got caught up doing other things and Minecraft and lots of other stuff. So, I decided, well, we got rid of KSP, that finished, so we needed something to replace it with. Here it is. So why not let's do a Blood Bowl competition and campaign. Also, American football for me, if you know, I'm a huge American football fan, Seattle Seahawks fan, has now ended for me. We didn't win the Super Bowl, still very upset about that. But, as it's now the off-season and there's no football to watch, I may as well make my own entertainment playing Blood Bowl. Now, Blood Bowl is not American football. It's a sort of hybrid cross mix of lots of different types of sports. So you've got a bit of football in there, American football, you've got a bit of soccer, you've got a bit of rugby, you've got a bit of wrestling, some boxing, some karate will probably be in here at some point. It's dodgeball, it's violent, it's everything you want from a sport and more. It's also set in the Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay the Games Workshop fantasy world. If you don't know anything about that, where the heck have you been for 30 years? But go and have a look. Have a look at all the the Warhammer stuff. It's amazing. I used to play this when I was a teenager with a load of friends. So it's all set in that sort of world. We're talking elves, we're talking dwarfs, we're talking demons, we're talking all sorts of weird and wonderful, wacky things. What we're going to do is we're going to have a campaign. Why not? Now, these are the two different types of rules. Now, you can do the Blitz rules, where I don't actually want to change any of the rules, but I do like the idea of being able to customize players and equipment and contracts and stuff. So, I'd quite like to take the Blitz rules on this one, I think. We don't need to call it a test, we're going to call it a Let's Play. Do not delete, because I am a bit thick sometimes. The difficulty level, you may think we put it straight on hard. We won't, because this affects what the AI sort of does, and I don't want the AI to do nothing. I want the AI to have a bit of involvement in the game, let's say. If I put it on easy, it'll do it all the time, weird stuff, and I don't want that happening either, because that takes away the fun. So we'll put it on medium, so sometimes it will help me and sometimes it really won't. Excellent, turn-based, which is what we want. Now, these are the 23 different types of races. There's everything in here, from the undead to underworlds. We've got vampires, there's Khorne, the blood god, blood for the blood god. We've got Nurgle, Lord of Pestilence and Decay, Grandfather Nurgle. We've got the High Elves, these posh, snobby looking things that nobody likes. I normally always play as a dwarf. Even when I was a teenager, I was always playing as a dwarf, which is, yeah, but let's not do that, because I always play as dwarf. I could play as Chaos Dwarf, that would be different. Nah. I've been looking at these guys, the Khemri. Now, these are based loosely on ancient Egyptian, and you'll see that in a second when I read them out. We need a player name. I'm going to put a name up here. Put a name up here, and we're going to call it the SuffolkBlue. Have we got enough room? The SuffolkBlue Let's Players. Yeah. Pick a logo for them. I quite like, this is all the Egyptian logos. I quite like that one. I think that looks pretty cool. It's on their belt buckle. And the colour wise, we're going to go for sick putrid green to go in with the lime green of the Seattle Seahawks. So there we go. Team motto: must score touchdowns, must score no. That's not our motto. Is how the devil are you? That's my motto. And just to give you a team history on the Khemri, over 8,000 years ago, that's a long time for anyone who's counting, the Khemri played their first games of Blood Bowl against the Slann. The Slann were an old toad-like race that basically populated the world and did experiments. They were aliens. But as the kingdom died off, so did the game until the rediscovery and the game returned. It was inevitable that ancient players and stars of the Khemri world would return to the pitch they once played on. So there we go. So this is what we're going to look like. They won't look like this, I have to say. This is all based on star player armour. They'll look a little less than that. Let's begin a campaign. Let's get in and do this. Now, these are all the different stadiums around the old world. The SuffolkBlue Let's Players. Now, we can only play in one, which is this one, the Clean Cup at the top here. The winner of the Clean Cup will get 30,000 gold. The runner-up will get 15. But here's where we look at getting prestige. This is what we need. The prestige ranking at the moment. The Bramble Blockers, I don't know who they are. Bramble block? It sounds like wood elves because of the brambles. I don't know. But at the moment we are all the way down here at the bottom. The squig chasers are just above us with 21 prestige, but we have nothing. We are 162 of 162 teams. That's pretty sad. Let's take part in the competition. Yeah. Oh, now yes. Currently we have no players. So we're going to need to buy some, otherwise we're going to have a really short season. These are the different types of players. Let me talk you briefly through these. So these are the different types of players you can have. We can have skeletons, tomb guardians, throw rars, or blitz rars. Skeletons are your basic linemen. Tomb guardians, I think, are your sort of... Well, they're obviously highly armoured and quite strong, so they sort of smack you in the faces, which is quite good. Throw rars, I think, throw the ball, and blitz rars, I think, basically knock people about a wee bit. So let's get ourselves in here. Let's have a look. So this is our Blitzrar. We can't actually change any of their shapes. Some you can, some you can't. Here you can see the different types of armor that we can put on them over time. And if you look at the helmet on this one, you see that it changes as we go up the rankings. But at the moment, we're all rookies, so everyone gets a rookie helmet, which is just enough to keep them alive, I think. We can't change their skills or skins or anything, so that's fine. Let's have a look at the Tomb Guardians. Ah, we can do shapes here, but I'm assuming this is what we're changing. We're changing their mouth. If you look at their mouth at the top here, you'll see that's changing. Yep, so we can have different mouths on these ones, but we can't change their skins. Their skins are set. Again, we can look at some of their equipment they can have. This is if they get the star player armor. But at the moment, we're all just rookies, so none of us get any special stuff. Let's look at our throw rars. Can't change anything on them really, but they do have a really awesome helmet thing going on there. What's the star one look like? Wow! That looks a bit like our logo as well. I love that. We have to get to that level, definitely. Rookie. And these are our Blitzrars. And we again can't change anything. There's not a lot of customization on here. But we have a special piece of customization we can do, which is names. And I'll talk about that after we purchase them. So, let's have a look at this. I want to purchase 2 Blitzrars, 2 Throw Rars, 2 Tomb Guardians, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That gives us 280,000 gold coins afterwards, but that gives us a team. However, the reason normally on a team I put some extras in case we have knockouts and stuff, but we have regeneration. If you look down here, these are the skills of our team, and our team, because it's undead, has regeneration, which allows us on a casualty to roll a d6. Bearing in mind, everyone, this whole game is based on a board game. So because it's based on a board game, it's all talking about d6s, rolling dices, these sorts of stuff, alright? But obviously we're not actually physically rolling dices. The system will do that for us and no doubt cheat. So this sort of tells you can read down here what it says. If the player suffers a casualty, he rolls a d6 for the regeneration after the injury roll and after any apothecary roll. If we purchase an apothecary, we probably won't because of regeneration. But on a result of 1 and 3, the player will suffer the result as normal. On a 4 or 6, the player will heal. Okay, it doesn't stop him from dying. It's important. This player treats a roll of 8 on the injury table, so they've got thick skull. Okay, they've all got different skills. So block is more when we actually get into tackling people. Sure hands, ability to what's that one? Is that catch or pick up? Strip the ball skill. This is holding the ball, I suppose. Is allowed to reroll this if he fails to pick up the ball. Pass obviously helps them throw. Decay, that's a new rule. Staying on the pitch is difficult when your rotting body is barely held together. This is true for mummies. When this player suffers an injury, roll twice on the casualty table and apply both results. The player will only ever miss 1 future match as a result. Fair enough. And regeneration. So there we go. So we've bought 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I am tempted to buy another Tomb Guardian. Got 180,000. It's pretty high. Could do with another Tomb Guardian and put a lineman in despair. Very slow though, very agility. And then let's talk about their characteristics, their stats over here. This is their movement allowance. He can move 5 squares, 4 squares, or 6 squares, depending on the type. This is their strength, which determines how many when people attack them and how did I say attack? Did I say tackle? I meant tackle. When players tackle them and we tackle other players, that's the number of dice it works out. The agility is really low on these, so we won't be doing a lot of dodging and we won't be doing a lot of going for or other stuff like that. That looks like because we're undead, remember, okay, so we're not the most agile players on the world. If you looked at elves and dark elves and stuff, these numbers would be way up there, but it's not. And this is our armor value, which will help keep us take a lot of punishment by the looks of it, which is pretty good. Excellent. So we've got there then 2, 4, 5, 6, 11. That should be fine. We won't buy any more at this stage. Let's go back to our here. Rerolls. We want to purchase some rerolls. 2, 3. Now I could purchase 4 rerolls. We may need a lot of rerolls for this. I may just purchase rerolls straight out. Can't purchase any. I don't really want any cheerleaders. 3 should be fine for now, I think. Fan factor allows us. Your fan factor represents how popular the team is and how supporters turn up to watch the match. This is quite good for kick-off tables because when you kick a ball off, there's a dice roll and random things happen. We could have a fan factor of 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, but I don't think we need that. At the moment we're only at 230. We might, as I say, but we're in here. We have a necromancer rather than an apothecary. Again, these are all dead. And we already have one of those, apparently, who's holding everybody up, I suppose. Because without him, all of these are just bones on the floor. We've got sponsors. Oh my goodness, so much to do. Well, let's get into team roster and have a look at our team. And now at the moment, they're all here. I can fire players, which is quite handy. But they're all here, and I think the main thing to do is start off with is to name them. Now, what I decided was that I wanted to name. I don't want to call these like Amanapafe and Senru Kabat and these Egyptian-y type names. I thought, no, let's use subscribers. So let's get in here and let's begin to rename these around. So this is our Blitzer, our first one. Now I've gone through my subscriber list. I've got 76 subscribers. If you're watching this for the first time, do subscribe to my channel and leave a like as well. It's a lot of work to do all these videos. But I thought, yeah, let's get some players in it. Let's get some subscribers in here. So this is a Blitzer, and I'm going to use. This is completely at random, really. So one of my subscribers is Eviled Off. Thank you for being a subscriber. You're now on my team as a Blitzer. Follow your team, follow your player closely and see how he develops. Let's go into another Blitzer. So who was that? That was Eviled Off. Let me cross them off so I don't name them twice. Actually, who should I have as this one? I'm going to put this as a friend of mine, Jodor. If you haven't seen Jodor's channel, go and have a look. He does an awful lot of Crusader Kings 2 and other great content, so go and have a look at him. Lots of live streaming as well. Well done, you. Jodor, you're on my team. Thanks for being a subscriber, mate. Our Throw-Ras. Who's going to be supplying these balls to us? Well, I think one of them has to be my good friend, Camden Boats. Again, go and check out his channel. Thank you, Camden, for being a subscriber. Another Throw-Ra. Who else is going to be supplying this ball to us? I think. Let me cross him off. I'm going to put in another good friend of mine, Joe 12 Hawk. He's a Seahawks fan. He's a good friend of mine. Thanks for subscribing, man. You're on. Tomb Guardians. Now, I can't go very far without this one following me around everywhere, so we better put him in, hadn't we? We better put him in. This is the Digimaster. Go and check out his channel. Awesome. We're doing a lot of stuff at the moment. We're doing some collab stuff coming up as well, so keep an eye on those channels. Another Tomb Guardian. Let me cross off Digimaster. And Joe Hawk. I think this has got to be you. I'm going to put a space in. There isn't in his name. But Res Evil Fanboy, a new subscriber. You've got a Tomb Guardian spot. Thanks for subscriber, man. Follow your player closely. Another skeleton. Now on the Skelly Bones. So what are we going to call these? Let me just cross off him. I think this one's got to be called That Crazy Afro. What a great name. Check out his channel. Thanks for subscribing. Another skeleton here. I think this is going to have to be a cardboard decoy. Thank you for subscribing. We've got another skeleton. Risky Rumble. Thanks for subscribing. You're in. You made the team. Now, if you didn't get picked on this one, don't panic. Don't worry. These are going to die. So we're going to have replacements anyway. Which is... so don't worry too much about that. Phoenix SC, thanks for subscribing. You're in as a skeleton. You made the team. And another friend I haven't seen for a while though, but Pincushion, you also made the team. Thanks for subscribing, mate. So there we go. Eviled Off, Joe Dog, Camden Boats, Joe 12 Hawk, Digimaster, Res Evil Fanboy, That Crazy Afro, Cardboard Decoy, Risky Rumble, Phoenix SC, and Pincushion. You all made the team. Well done, you. Of 11 of us, we're in for the big thing. Let's go now back to our main team site. We've got to negotiate with the sponsor. Now, this is where things can get a little confidence, because I read that word there, can get a little more interesting. We have to pick, if you like, objectives that our sponsor's going to want us to do. Percentage of victories, if we got 10% of victories, 10 victories, sorry, percentage of victories forecast for coming season. 10%, you get additional sum of 26,000. You know, if you say, well, actually, I think we're going to win them all, like that, whoosh, you get a huge wallop of cash. But if you don't make it, you do fail your sponsor. So let's not do that. And actually, let's pick a sponsor. We've got Bugman's Brew. I love Bugman's. Chaos Gift Shop, always nice. Skaven Cheese, Human Polish Shop. Stinks. Skinks Fitness Club. I quite like that. I'm going to pick that. There we go. Skinks Fitness Club. So we reckon we're going to get 20% wins. That's quite low. A third of them? We're going to win a third of our wins, maybe? Where are we going to rank? 14th, last. And you have to pick something for all of these, I think. Yeah, you can't sign a contract until you do. First in table, 100. Finish in the top 1% of the table, which a fan factor of 10. Increase team value to 1069. Average of 60,000. I think... Oh, it's difficult. I mean, we could aim to be the winner. Look at that! Whoosh! In the top 1%. 10. I mean, that would be amazing to get 60,000. We're not going to get that so far, though, are we? That's the lowest, though. There's an average of 60,000 spectators per match. Nobody knows about this yet, though. th 8th. I think we're going to go up by one ranking. The number of tables where your team or one of your players will be ranked first. I'm just going to put 1. I could pick the lowest. So we could sign this contract now. Now, if we fail this contract, bad things happen. So 60,000 spectators per match. 1. Let's take that down a bit to 20. Sponsor confidence is good. In the best case, he'll offer you 900,000 gold pieces. Let's sign it. Ka-ching! We have to do all of these things before we get that money, I hasten to add. Now, we could look at cheerleaders, we could look at assistant coaches. Assistant coaches include offensive and defensive coordinators, special team coaches, personal trainers, all this great stuff. It all helps with the brilliant coaching results on kickoff tables. We're not going to do that. Cheerleaders, again, is the more cheerleaders you have in the team, the more likely you are to win the cheering fans kickoff result. These, again, are random things, which I might just buy another reroll. I'm going to buy another reroll. There we go. So this is our team down here. There they are. Look at them, all 11 of them. Rah! They look mean, man. They look mean. Let's go and have a look. Now, each of these games, I want to talk about the length of games that we're going to play here. The actual YouTube videos for these games is going to be nearly an hour for each of them at least, because it's a turn-based game. You only have a set amount of time for each turn. I'll explain the rules really when we start. I mean, I don't know all the rules. I mean, see, this is not a tutorial, let me put it that way. If you're trying to learn how to play Blood Bowl by watching me, you are already in a really bad place. So don't be trying to learn how to play Blood Bowl by watching me. That's an appalling way to start. Go and watch some other videos. But essentially it's all turn-based. So I'll have a turn, the opposition will have a turn. And what happens is if something bad happens, if we have a calamity, if I mess up a dice roll, or if I fall over accidentally trying to dodge, which we won't be doing with any of these players because they're rubbish at dodging. But if any of that happens, I suffer what's called a turnover, which is an American football term, and essentially that means that my turn is over and my opposing team gets to go. There are 8 turns per half, 16 turns per game. There will be injuries, there will be random events happening, all of this good stuff. So there we go, the Suffolk Blue Let's Players, How the Devil Are You, are now in place. We've picked them, you're named, you're here. Well done if you made the team. If you haven't, don't panic. If you want to be on the team, leave a message. Leave a message with your name, remember to subscribe, and then what I'll do is, as we purchase additional players, which we'll have to do to replace some of these who die, I'm really sorry you guys, you probably won't all be here to the end, then I will include you in there and try and keep it fresh and new. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you're going to enjoy this series. I love this game. It's close to American football, which is so close to my heart anyway, that it does it fills my heart with joy. There we go. I want you to take care of yourselves. You have a look at the rest of the stuff that's going on my channel. We've got Crusader Kings, we've got SimCity. There is Minecraft. People are asking me where's Minecraft, where's Minecraft. It's coming. I have got a technical issue which I'm trying to fix at the moment with it so that I don't lose the whole series. I had another Java issue, but it's fine. I'll get past that and we'll be back playing that very, very soon. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like. If you're excited about the games to come, please leave a like. If you want to get your name on the team, make sure you leave a comment saying so. Give me clearly who your name is, and make sure you subscribe as well. You take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time for our first game against somebody. You take care now.